Welcome back to Banner Saga 3. We've just taken some heavy losses, but some heavy renown gained as well. Fighting through a forest is irksome at the best of times, nearly intolerable in these conditions. You break through miles of razor-edged bows, gasping to catch your breath in the open air. On the hill ahead rises Ridgehorn, finally. Yeah, we need some rest desperately. You see him? Says Falco. Bulwark stands motionless far up the hill, clearly watching the caravan. Now I know how it feels for all those poor bastards who saw us coming. Hard to know what he's thinking at this point, says Ollie, expecting us to do what he'd do, or the opposite, or expecting we'd expect him to. Spart pepped up. Know what I'd do? Cook some food, sleep. Bet he's won't see that coming, Ollie scoffs. You're just tired of walking, old man. Spar might be right. We make it look suspicious enough to throw him off and everyone rests before Ridgehorn. No lookout, you ask, as they prepare the campfire? Folka shakes her head. That's what makes it look like a trick. But do whatever you like. I won't stop you. Stay up and keep watch. Settle in with the rest. Let's settle in. You put your trust in Folko's hands and lay on the hard ground. Time passes slowly. Soft crunching catches your attention. You swear under your breath, grabbing for your axe, but your hand finds empty air. In a panic, you jump to your feet and scan the ground. No axe. The crunching gets louder, turns into thumping. Tree branches abandon cradles, bundles of snow. Like a blood moon, Bellower suddenly storms out of the darkness in gleaming red armor. There is your missing axe, jutting from a bleeding bundle in his arms. The ground shakes from his roar. Poor sleep, Ivor, Alfred asks. She crouches over the fire, her strange shape fluttering in the firelight. The campsite is still, aside from the gentle crackle of firewood. Very good. Just dreams. Some people think dreams are omens. Those people are idiots, but they can certainly be a fine distraction from our troubles. Not my sort of distraction. I'm sorry if I dredged up old memories back at the Godstone, so to speak. There's more to that story. Would you like me to tell you? I think you should. You've heard one half already, how the Valka came forth during the Second Great War, with fire and fury to push the sculptors to extinction. So I've heard. Perception. Paint themselves the heroes. What the Valka really did was make their foes a promise. Abandon the war and they'd share secret knowledge. The Valka taught them to write. They taught the stone singers to weave. And for the first time, the sculptors learned how to make more sculptors, to thrive. They kept their end of the bargain and remained hidden, at least until recently. How do you know this? They have their own history and carvings. I've read it on great black stones in their dark home. As their trusted guest. What I don't understand is why you trust these Valka. You stare into the fire, and it shows you old shapes. When you speak, it's almost as if to yourself. When I killed Reyes, when I returned my kind with her head. Yingvar, they chanted. None had slain asunder before. They wanted to make me a king, Kender. I couldn't. They haunted me. Bellower and Reyes, and that damned child, every night like tonight. Maybe it sounds like nothing, to have bad dreams, but it rubs you raw. It gets in your bones. So I left the Varro. I found a small town of men, where nobody knew who I was. Nobody called me Yngvar. Ivor never had dreams like that in Skogar. So that's why you agreed to come with Juno and Eyvind. The truth is, Juno didn't ask me to join them. I asked her. The flames continued to dance hypnotically. On that bridge in Einortoff, I stood before Bellower. I could have moved, but I just held up my shield and waited for the end. What's that, Ivor? The name snaps you out of your trance. You stand and stretch your legs. Your axe is where you left it, and the ravens are beginning to stir in their tents. It's nothing. The smallest camp. What has this guy got to say? Bercy tosses in his sleep until he finally huffs and gives up. He sees you're also awake and comes to sit nearby. Trouble? I don't know how these damned ravens do it. I can't just pass out at a moment's notice. Are you not one of the ravens? I can see how you might get that impression. I joined Bolvik at Borsgard because the Valka asked me to, and when that went wrong, I got roped into this like everyone else. Bercy wears a frown and leans onto his axe handle. June Ivan asked for you personally? Let's not turn this into something bigger than it is. I do work for money. The men just pay well. I've got some history with them, that's all. Alfrun. What kind of history? Can't tell you. I didn't want to talk about it. Or can't you tell? I did odd jobs, some worse than others. They asked for a lot of weird stuff. But I'm not one of them, and if that's what you're wondering, I'm just trying to finish this and drink it off like every other job. Percy wears a frown and leans on his axe. Okay. So you work for yourself? Never could get into that old bones the hills stuff like the rest of you. Why should I care about the dredge or dying in battle? I'd rather have the means to do what I want, live comfortably, eat well. Turns out there's a lot of men out there thrilled to hire Varro for some blood work, so I thought I'd do that for a little while. Now it's a lifetime later, and I never got rich from it. Spent my whole life chasing work while others profited. One time I traveled with a prince and his tax collector. Thought that was going to be my big payday. People just handed their money over, piled it right into a huge cart before we told them they had to. Practically robbery. Eventually the cart fell over a cliff and exploded into a shower of gold coins, never to be seen again, in the very first game. I've never shed a tear over killing a man, but that, I cried like a lost baby bird. It happened pretty damn close to this very spot, now that I think about it. Can't leave this darkness, though. It's probably all twisted up and dark as dog turds now anyway. Maybe there's a moral there, but I'm not digging for it. Mercy, where's frown? Okay. What do you think about this job? If you mean the Valka, you'd be a fool to trust them. I've done some questionable stuff on their behalf, let me tell you. And if you mean saving the world, I couldn't care less. What has the world ever done for me? These days, I'm just putting one foot in front of the other. There's still the tiniest sparkle of hope that I might profit from this somehow. Pretty bleak way to live. Nothing left to lose. Nothing but sleep, anyway. Sit quietly until the others wake up. You keep the rest of your thoughts to yourself. It'd be an awkward silence if you weren't both Varl. Looks like it's time to get going. You know, Ivar. Can't tell if he's debating or trying to get something out of his chest. When I worked for the Valka, one of the jobs they paid me to do was find you. You'd gone into hiding, and they wanted to know where. Do I dare ask why? Truth is, I don't know why. I don't ask questions, but I never found you. I had a feeling if I had, things would have ended up differently between us. So I'm glad I never sniffed around any small towns, like Skogar, for example. Percy leaves with a pat on the shoulder, and you realize that you'd never mentioned Skogar to him. Eirik, what do you have to say? Eirik, the ranger you met at Strand, is awake. He's watching the distance from the edge of the light, talking quietly with his friend, Valgard. Worried about the warped? We'd be crazy not to. I'm Eirik, steward of Strand, or what's left of it. You've met Valgard. Ivar the Armless. He barks a laugh, and his tired gaze drifts some, ever vigilant. You can tell he is listening. So how did you become the steward of Strand? Now there's a bit of a story. While I was a member of the governor's guard, Valgard and I spotted a known thief tailing a boy and some Varl. We learned that they were being hunted by a powerful gang of slavers. They were after something that would have helped them seize Strand. Always someone trying to kill the governor. Keeping that guy alive was a full-time work. Still, we beat them, though not without cost. Steward Oliver died in battle. And you were named his successor? Unfortunately. That's what you get for being so proactive. You can tell he's listening. Okay. What happened before the darkness came? Just about every calamity you could imagine. Strand always had trouble with thieves, slavers, murderers, or both sides of the law. But other than a close call with the Scaflings clan, I think we were starting to turn the tide. I take the dredge arrived after that. Pretty much. Farmers poured into the city from Vetterfell and even Kloshus, seeking shelter behind our walls. Food and space got tight. Back then, we could still fish Dangle's Bay. What do you mean? The darkness appeared on the horizon, and some of the fish we caught were wrong. Warped, misshapen. Some gained a venomous bite. We destroyed anything twisted, but people got sick anyway. Then the darkness grew closer, and the dredge fled south. Most left for Arborang. And you remained? He nods. Both Valgard and I did. Too many folks couldn't go, either too scattered, ill, or unwilling to leave kin. We stayed behind to get as many out as we could. He sighs from his nostrils. His gaze became distant. Too many died anyway. We'd have joined them if it wasn't for Alfred. You can tell he's... Okay. How did you end up the only survivors? They don't call him the Iron Turtle for nothing. Last one standing before Alfred came. The rest of the town was killed by dredge. We held the Great Hall. Then the governor went and died of a heart attack. Damn him. When the warp show up. It was a damn shame we lost so many good fighters, but I won't miss those tournaments. What do you mean? The tournaments in Strand were a brilliant plan to reduce street violence and turf wars. I take it from your enthusiastic tone they didn't work. They started the fights back when I was a watchman, but I never noticed much of an impact. Something always went wrong at those things. Still, we did use them for a ruse or two. Some of the tournament fighters helped defend Strand in its death throes. Good men? And women. In fact, one of the best was called the Stoic Mother. Be well, you two. Stay vigilant. Likewise, Ivor. All this morality improvement. Get some upgrades going. And we need 3 days of rest. So you're getting your promotion first. For an improved ability. So now you're... Oh, Dark Energy at the start of a turn automatically gains will. So she has 9 range. Range of 3 for strength of will. To the injury heal. Oh. Avoid a strength attack. Bonus to hit chance. She's not a ranged person. Puncture. Just total dodge of that armor attack. Very nice. You're going to go Super Saiyan for me. Damage on same enemy. Will on kill. Will. Strength armor. Will resist. Less aggro. Extra movement. Up to a 30 dodge. Extra movement. Extra armor. Damage with no adjacent allies. Does that affect magic attacks? Probably not. Extra movement, extra damage. I'm gonna go with Wolf for him. Then I'm thinking he needs like some sort of critical stuff. Yeah, so he should just be chilling, gaining willpower, really. Volca. Get upgraded. Want her to get armor or something. Less aggro, movement. Just straight armor. Regen armor per turn. That's amazing if I can get there. Get her a resist. She's a hero character. She can avoid a killing blow. Our old friend here. Oh, we just do that, I guess. So that has nothing to do... Oh, wait. She has points to spend, or she's promotable still? He needs it most right now. 20. I've spent it all like a dummy. So I'll hold off on doing any more promotions. I'll have to look at the items before the next battle. So, 1, 2, 3. And we gone. Full strength. We're close. I can see the tower just over this ridge. That means Bolvek's close too. Bolvek is waiting ahead, Juno says, and the caravan slows. He is patient, and with dangerous allies. I believe he intends to stop us from entering Ridgehorn. I will lead Bolvek away, Juno says. Ivan looks blankly into the distance, as though he already knew what was coming, but Juno continues. The rest of you will wait for my return within Ridgehorn. We're not splitting up. I'm going with you. How are you going to deal with Bolvek? He cannot be controlled, but he can be misled. He doesn't know where we're headed, and he will believe he is pursuing us past Ridgehorn, says Juno. I will return, one way or another. Volka steps forward. I don't trust you, and even if I did, you can't handle Bolvek on your own. We split the caravan. She volunteers herself. Ollie, Spar, who give each other dubious looks. Volka adds, I don't take orders, remember? Agree with Volka's plan, support Juno's plan, insist that everyone stays together, including Juno. I actually kind of agree with Volka. She's going to need some sort of something. Let's go with Volka. Volka hasn't been wrong about Bolvek yet, you say, suddenly feeling Juno's gaze weigh heavily, then lift. As you say. As you say, she replies. Prepare quickly, she tells Volka. The rest of the caravan cautiously approaches Ridgehorn, Ivan carrying the light. Fresh footprints trail off into the snow, following Juno's diversion. The way appears clear. I mean, we're well rested, so we're not going in here to rest. That's for sure.
I've been told this is where they found Juno the first time. Now they say it's the entrance to another world. How far had she already come just to fall here?
Guess that tower is still usable, technically. Ridgehorn, this brings back some memories. None of them good. And we still have the other mender or whatever who was trying to get in, who just kind of lost track of her story. Ivan curses when he sees the rubble around Ridgehorn's tower. The tremors caused by the serpent have caused many structures to topple here. Ivan exclaims, There should be a doorway leading to... Give me some time, he says, running off toward the base of the tower. You can see him waving his Volka staff, heaving enormous chunks of rock aside through sheer willpower. Little help, shouts Valgard, drawing your attention back to the fort's courtyard. Bolvek is nowhere in sight, but his warped allies didn't miss you slipping over the bridge. Alright, so we've got to pick and choose. Okay, you were very valuable. There's... Because Ivan, he must be split up. We'll want to take a spearman with us. Or... He's ready for upgrade. Let's keep up with it. And a shield guy. This feels good. This feels good. It's a pretty good second string. And then order-wise... Good enough. We'll probably focus left, I'm feeling. Oh, she'll be going quick, so I might want to have her right there. Let's go first. He's got to respond afterwards. They'll go forward a little bit. Okay. I think this works for me. We could wait out one turn where he just goes forward 1 step. Okay, took the bait. They don't have reinforcements coming, which is good. Let's tuck in. Let's just get the damage going. Okay, I could have saved a little bit. And a nice promotion. Oh. We're not done yet. Come up and attack her. They can't reach, so essentially you should just rest. Archer could be a problem if they use them right. That's all we really need. Oh, range attack. Got the better of us there. He's basically stuck. Because of the warp dashes. Have to rest. Let him come to us. She can make a move though. Actually, ride the lightning. Oh wow. With a resist. That's pretty intense stuff. Might just have to get into a solo fight. This is the same thing. And then what's the impale knockback? Bleed strength in the next per move on the next turn. Okay. Oh, nice block. It's done. Oh, it is done. Let's not do this again. Alright, so now he's gonna just come in here for a very easy cleanup, and he's gonna get his shield on. Tempest, 2 allies, or 2 enemies. Oh, and sundered a bit. Not the most damage in the world, but something. Oh, I could have done something more useful. But no take backsies. Oh. Alright, we're positioned well. We're not done yet. Okay. Just a generic one they give to somebody. Oh. Ouch. 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 Just finish him off if you want. Two, three, four. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And just get in position. Oh. Alright, poisoned. Confuse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can move up like 5-ish spaces. I should be able to reach somebody, hopefully. Oh, take a lot, but worked. Oh, so dead. Battering ram. Knock back through multiple tiles doing armor break damage. I don't have an angle. I just hurt my own people if I did that. Instead, 12, 13, 7, 14. Oh, wow. Just clear this up so that he can hopefully do a spin attack. We'll lock him in place. Uh-oh. Tempest, level 2. We're not killing him fast enough. Ollie needs to run away. Oh, he's done for. Dead. That guy's going, and that guy's going. Alright. Be economical about this whole thing. More. I mean, how fast do I have to destroy these things? Because we are totally about to lose this battle. We're not done yet, of course. Dead. Dangerous warped archer. Very goblin-esque. Very good. Not good. Absorbed. Oh, she only has one. So she's not very useful right now. I'll just be a little gimpy spearman. Aye. Not good. Interesting. Five. 7 foot. Okay. Oh, what happened? There's like a response thing. 5. Just one shot you. Ah, oh, he's done.
Í dag skal varin heiður ætta vorra.
It's just all sorts of bad right now. Actually, this one, get him ready. They have to go around. She has nothing she can do with range, so that's it for there. Oh, that's wonderful. Everybody's poisoned. He's prepped. Broken. Just use basic. Right? He's got plenty. Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna go well for us. Nope. End your turn. Oh, actually, she probably could have speared. Now she's done. Just, you can do stuff. Take your pick. Yeah, attack at movement. Hey, hey. Just take your pick. So he can't even do damage. Like, he's better off just attempting an axe storm, I think. That's 90% chance of hitting. And we've lost. Defeat. Yes, we'll see the result of that is in the next episode, so catch y'all then.